The sun was out, a rare sight that transformed Iraq from a rain-slicked mud pit into a scene of unexpected calm. 3 days had passed since the ceasefire, and peace, at least on paper, had arrived, leaving me with nothing to do. So I sat on top of my Bradley, helmet off, book in hand, catching rays like I was on some absurd vacation, part of 2nd Battalion, 7th Infantry, 24th Infantry Division, watching the Iraqis stream by. I was half lost in my book when Lieutenant Green popped on the battalion frequency, anxiously asking if he could shoot at the incoming Iraqis. Our battalion commander cut in quick, reminding him that there was a ceasefire, prompting me to go back to my book as the tension lingered in the air. A few minutes later, Green's voice came through again, frantic with urgency, as he insisted they were getting away, treating the situation like it was some game of tag. I remember chuckling at Green's nervousness, thinking he was just wound tight, perhaps looking for a last hurrah, or maybe just scared, while I kept reading. Then Green shouted one more time, insisting they were shooting at us, and just like that, everything began to spiral out of control. In an instant, one Iraqi leapt out of the back of a truck and fired an RPG, missing completely, as one of our Bradleys ran him over without returning fire. We laughed at the absurdity of it all, while the Iraqis didn't seem to care, perhaps even relieved that the reckless fool had been taken out of the equation. Then Green, still wound tight, shouted again that they were getting away, as if it mattered that they were passing right in front of us. He asked one more time if he could shoot, and the battalion commander snapped back, emphasizing the ceasefire that was supposedly in effect. Then, in a moment of high tension, our battalion XO, 1,500 meters back and nowhere near the front, yelled into the radio, "Well, shoot, damn it!" And just like that, Green fired, and then everyone else began to join in, igniting an eruption of gunfire across the battlefield. Within seconds, the entire battalion erupted in a storm of gunfire, while Iraqis fired back, and our M1 tanks on the left joined the fray. Colonel Ware screamed over the radio, shouting, "Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Ceasefire!" But it felt like trying to stop a waterfall with a broom. The firing intensified, and within just over 2 hours, we destroyed 2.5 Iraqi divisions, according to what Division HQ later said. What they didn't talk about were the buses, the trucks, the families, and the kids, as the Iraqis weren't just soldiers. They were fleeing Kuwait with their loved ones. Some were conscripts, others just scared kids caught in the chaos, and in that moment of destruction, there was no time, no mercy, and no discrimination. In that instant, as the medic among them,